You knew this was going to be hard, didn't you?
They're all hard. I mean,
Especially this team.
yeah. I mean, there's not an easy one out there. You can look at the scores from tonight in the Valley. I mean, they're all hard. But yeah, this team, it gives us trouble because of their athleticism and their size. We don't have really a lot of either, and they're playing really well right now. All the credit to Kelly and her kids. They're just playing their best basketball right now, and they did a lot of things tonight that we didn't react very well to. They were switching defenses during possessions, and our kids weren't getting in the right spots. When we finally did, we got Haven in the high post, got downhill, got an and one, and we got some shots that we wanted when we finally made those adjustments. But it just took us a little while to get going. But again, all the credit goes to them. And we made 9 threes tonight, but we still missed so many wide open ones. If those start going in, you start getting your point total up, and things get a little bit easier.
Were you surprised at the end of the game they stopped doing that weave action at the top of the key? It seemed like it was working real well for them, and in the last 2 minutes they went away from it.
Well, they were trying to take advantage of Kesselin and trying to get a switch to post ups. I mean, they're going to go to their bigs. If Elena can't get off a ball screen, so they're going to either run that weave or go their bigs. It's pretty much what they do. They did a good job of it tonight. We didn't do a very good job of switching up. We didn't do a very good job of bracketing, and they made us pay for it. But the Krause kid's a really good player, and she showed tonight why you got to make sure that you're ready to guard her in the right way.
Ellery only played 3 minutes, but there were 3 big minutes, especially that 3 at the end of the
Yeah, it was great to see her make that shot. I've been telling her, your time's coming, and just continue to trust the process. And that was a huge shot that she made. I thought her 3 and Brax's threes, really her 3 and Brax's couple threes were a big reason why we were able to win this game. I mean, they really came at opportune times where we had to have a bucket. We had to they were making a run, and we kind of needed to push forward a little bit. So really proud of both of them for making the most of their minutes.
How big can that be as far as the rest of the season when it comes to building confidence and maybe preaching that message of patience and knowing that their time will eventually come? Right?
Oh yeah, you need as much depth as possible. I mean, everything we're doing right now is for 3 games in Iowa in March, and it's going to be 3 games back to back to back. So as much confidence and as much depth as we can grow between now and then is going to be beneficial.
The bad news, you lost the rebounds again, but you didn't get killed this time as badly as you did up here at Carbondale.
Yeah, I thought we did a better job of keeping them off the offensive glass. Now, we didn't go the offensive glass at all, which was disappointing. But to only get out rebounded by a few by this team is not something that that I'll harp on too much. But the 2 things that are going to be harped on most about this game is we didn't go the offensive glass. We turned the ball over 17 times, just absolutely ridiculous turnovers. That we can't make. Those are two really disappointing stats on this stat sheet for me.
In a game where you guys kind of get outshot, obviously the free throw numbers are huge disparity, but you guys were shooting at 50% from 3 at one point. So was it good to kind of see those shots going early on?
Oh, absolutely. When we make any, it's great. 9's the most we've made in a long, long time. So it was good to see those shots go in. I wish we'd just be a little bit more consistent because we get some really good looks. But sometimes they just don't go in. But I thought the kids did a good job of staying poised when they were making those runs. They made some good, really crazy shots. I mean, like the 1-3 they made to cut it to 2 with 1.9 seconds. But, that just seems to happen. But we continue to get to the free throw line, which is a major weapon for us. Shot 86% again tonight. And it's just something that has carried us. I'd say if you ask me the main reason that we are 18-3, 9-1, I don't even know because I just worry about the next one, is because of the free throw line this year. It has allowed us and willed us to a lot of wins that we wouldn't have necessarily got if we weren't shooting that well.
And Sharon East in that final minute, I thought 2 great rebounds on one end, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Can you talk about her performance?
Yeah, I just told her, I said, gotta have every rebound out of you, and she just went and got them. And then for her to be able to go to the foul line and make 4 in a row was just huge. But she's capable of doing that. She has 2 or 3 people blocking her out on every possession, so she's just going to go in after it. And sometimes we just tell her, you may not get the rebound, but the girl you're guarding just can't get it. And I thought she did a good job tonight of doing that and keeping balls alive. But when we had to have the big rebounds there at the end, she went and grabbed them for us.
What have you liked about the way your team has responded since the UNI loss?
Well, I like the way we responded because we still find a way to win. I mean, it is not pretty, and there is nothing about it that's pretty. And I don't know. I can't remember a time besides the first half at Belmont where it was just smooth and it was fun and it looked good and it was exciting to watch. We were getting up and down and we were making shots, making the right pass, making the right decision. It's really choppy basketball. I mean, we play good in stretches and then we don't play well. But the grind and the grit of this team is why we're where we are, because they find a way. And that's all the credit to them. You know, coaches, it's coaches' fault when you lose. It's the players' ability when you win. And it's all about these kids, and it's all about them being tough enough to withstand and do whatever it takes to get the win. We pursued the win, especially in the last 4 minutes. We got stops when we needed to, made big buckets, got to the free throw line, made those free throws. And that's what you got to do. That's what winning teams do. They make winning plays.
Going into the Belmont game coming up this weekend, obviously the first game went one way, and then are you? I know the expectation and the hope is to have it go the same way for Saturday, but what will the next few days look like as far as preparing for that?
It's game number 10. It happens to be at Belmont, and it happens to be a big one as far as the standings go, but ultimately it's not going to matter. It's going to come down to 3 games in Iowa. We're not getting 2 teams in the NCAA tournament, so, you know, bucket list item of going to the tournament's going to come down to that. So our goal is for the next 2 days to be a better basketball team when we get there on Saturday. It is not going to go anywhere near like it went last time. I think we'll have to score 90 to win. It's not going to be a low-scoring game. Banks is back, makes a total difference for them offensively. They'll play with a lot more pace. We'll have to guard them a lot different than we did last time. And I expect it to be a dogfight. I hope it's a great game. I think it's going to be an amazing atmosphere being a doubleheader with both teams, you know, trying to keep one win ahead of each other on the men's and women's side. So we're excited about it, but ultimately it's game 10, and we cannot look at it any different than that.
And going off that too, just the challenges of preparing for an opponent the second time around. Obviously tonight was the second time with SIU. It'll be the second time with Belmont too. Just what's different about it, or is there anything different?
There's not anything. There's no secrets. I mean, every time they call a play, we know what it is. Every time we call a play, they know what it is. Every once in a while, we'll be able to sneak one in. You know, we got a really big backdoor play. We called a play that we knew that they knew. And when we ran a wrinkle off of it because they were screaming Memphis, 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 and you know we ran the backdoor wrinkle, and that was a really big play for us. But you know sometimes you just got to have players that make plays. It's not about tricky plays. It's just about players going out and making those plays when you need them the most. And again, our kids did what they had to do. But preparing for Belmont is difficult. Preparing for every team in this conference is difficult. So I'm sure the coaches will try to have a chess match a little bit and switch some things up. But ultimately, it's just going to be about what the kids on their team do versus what the kids on our team do on Saturday.
That play, was that second half the one to the Haven there?
Yes. Yeah. But again, I mean, you know, sometimes those things work, sometimes they don't. First play of the game, we thought there's no way we won't get it. We didn't even come close to getting it. They read it, and we didn't even have a good possession. We usually try to have a first 2 or 3 plays scripted so the kids know exactly what we're trying to do, try to get the ball to certain areas of the floor, see what kind of ball screen defense the other team's in, things like that. So it doesn't always work out. We just happen to get that one. But, you know, I just want to make sure, again, I say how great a job Kelly's doing with her basketball team. I mean, they're playing exceptionally well. They have taken a huge step forward this year. You know, they got a lot of those kids playing at a high level, and just really have a lot of respect for what they're doing. And I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them again. And I know whoever they play next is probably not looking forward to it either.